Oh, did it notify you guys?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Overstuffed Burrito podcast. As Ray takes a bite of something. Today is the first time I have more than one. It is me, Robby, and Ray, a couple of guys I went to high school with, known for a decade. I
Middle
think, at this
school.
point. Yeah. So welcome, guys, to the podcast. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
We're inviting this one.
All right, guys. So I don't really have a certain topic for you guys, but if you guys want to just go off of something, if there's a question you guys want to ask each other, I was gonna ask you guys if anything was off limits, but Robby will get it out of Ray, no problem. So
I'm good with no off limits. Hey, look, I see myself in the camera. Benny Hannes. Look at that.
right there,
Yeah,
right there.
that's right.
Oh, I'm like, what is in this guy?
Yeah, don't you have to drive, Ray?
Sprite.
Oh man. Well, it used to be Orange Crush. Remember the
Yeah, man.
picture to you?
Those were the days.
For years, this guy drank Orange Crush. It was like
And Snapple.
It was his first love before Robby.
Lunch
Yes, it
Crush
was.
Definitely, it was like a morning, lunch, and dinner thing. It was.
Yeah. $1.25 at the pool.
Yeah.
Was it breakfast too?
Yeah, yeah. I
Just
would
wake
get
up and-
I would get it before school. I would get it at lunchtime and after track practice. All the
Jesus.
time, every day.
His blood was orange.
It really was. It really was. No, I stopped like a long time ago. Like the only soda I drink right now is actually Sprite. So
I
Dude.
think Sprite is the GOAT, to be honest.
Sprite,
even-
yes, I would
'cause,
agree
like,
with that.
Like when Sprite, when soda, like what is it called? Like not deflate, but like
when it gets like flat.
yeah, flat Sprite.
Yeah.
It's still good. I think Sprite is better flat than the regular Sprite.
Eh, I'm gonna stop you right there.
No.
I mean, better than the other sodas for sure. Like it, it tastes a little bit better than the other ones. Like the other ones are just like it's just crap. But like at that point, it kind of turns into water a little bit, so you can still drink it. You know what I mean? Like the others, if you get like a Coke or something like that and it flats out,
It's nasty.
you
But
got
like Sprite is like I think it's goated.
I only drink Sprite when I have air in my stomach. It
Yeah,
helps.
I think
Oh,
Sprite. Yeah, if I
Yeah, yeah. Dude, Ray, you don't know this. Yeah, I don't think you know this. Robby was just here, so we told this him. But in Philly, we have a huge soda tax. So
Yeah.
like
Like
yeah,
$5 a liter.
Yeah, it's like $4 or $5 a liter of soda.
Right.
When
A
in
bag
California-
of Doritos was
so
$4.50.
It's so much.
Like a party size,
It's ridiculous.
but they do got Wawa.
Wawa.
See, okay. See, I remember you were talking about that video of the what was it? When you did your tags for your car.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
You spent like $33, and I'm like, damn, like I gotta pack my bags and go to Philadelphia. Now that I'm hearing there's $12.50 for a bag of Doritos, there's tax on soda, like
Yeah. But there's no that's the trade-off is there's no clothes tax. So whatever you buy here, like anything that has to do with clothing, shoes, socks, fucking underwear, G-string for Robby, it's
Yes,
there's
sir.
no tax. No tax.
See, I don't know. There's a lot of highs and lows about that. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, gas premium $2.80.
see, that's what I'm saying. So like that's a good thing. See, that's a good thing, right? That's a
That's
very
a
good
great thing.
A fantastic
For
thing.
our cars? Oh
That's what I'm
man.
Yeah, so I can fill up my tank. I can go buy a G-string, no tax.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
But if I want to sip on some Sprite, I gotta work extra hours. Like,
But then again, like you're also
But
like
extra time.
you're also saving a lot of money by the gas because here is like $4.80 right now for premium.
Good lord.
So you're also saving like another $2 or $1.50.
I
So
mean,
and there's
you are
There's
saving
your
money,
chips.
but at the same time, you spending that money back just to drink Sprite. Like,
well, you're not gonna drink Sprite every day. That's no cavity. No, you gotta end your ass back to the damn dentist.
oh man, all you gotta do is brush your teeth. But I mean, the plus side is you can buy your girl a G-string and not pay no tax. So
Oh my god.
that's I'm hearing pretty good things at this point. I think there's more benefits than there is to there's more pros and cons. So
Yeah, I think
yeah,
it was cool. I would say the weather is oof.
Yeah, it's so bipolar over here. It's
Yeah.
insane. It rains one day, it's sunny the next, rains 30.
So I was having a
minutes later.
conversation with my cousin about like the weather. She lives in Colorado, but she's moving to New York, and so she asked me about like my trip with you when I went to Pennsylvania and over there.
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, I would say it's awesome because like it's a smaller state, obviously. So people are more like welcoming. They're more like they're family orientated. They're not where like Los Angeles. You get so many cultures and so many people that sometimes people are just over other people.
Yeah.
But she was like the difference though is that between the states being so cheap and is that for California, since it's so expensive here, you're paying for everything though. Like you're paying for perfect weather, you're paying for perfect houses, you're paying for the beaches.
Yeah.
It gets cold, it snows, we have mountains, we have deserts, we have national parks, we have the beaches. It's the Golden State. And I didn't really think about it until she said that, and I was like, oh, you're kind of true. Like you are, yeah, it's expensive. California's expensive as fuck, but you don't get that in a lot of other states, or other states I mean, yeah, it might be cheaper, but you get like the humidity in like a Florida or Pennsylvania was disgusting. No
Tornadoes.
offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like Death
Tornadoes.
Valley.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I dropped my cookie.
Hurricanes. Nah.
I've had my fair share of hurricanes. I mean, like growing up on the islands and stuff. Like, I mean, there's a hurricane at least like every few months.
You
So
grew
I'm
up on
used
the
to that.
islands?
What?
You grew up on the islands?
Boy, he's Jamaican.
I know he's Jamaican. I'm also Salvadorian, but I wasn't raised there.
He's born from there. He's from Kenya. Just kidding.
I was born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my.
No,
But-
don't. Nah.
Chilling out, man. Anyways, no. But
nah.
I moved here in 2005. I was 9 or 10 or whatever when I moved here. So like, I mean, I grew up in the country. There's always hurricanes, all kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But like, when I found out I was moving here, my mom was like, "Oh yeah, there's like earthquakes." I'm like, "What's an earthquake?" Oh, I found out. I want to say I was
Real
like
quick.
a month or two in. I was living in Laguna Hills when we first moved here, and like this earthquake shook the crap out. I was like, I don't think I like this. I'd rather have wind and rain like blow in my face rather than like the earth like shake underneath me. I was like, I was not down. And I heard about like tornadoes and stuff, and like someone reassured me that there's no really tornadoes in California, so I was okay. Because like I watched the movie Twister. Oh yeah.
Imagine going
That
to
is true.
Death Valley, living in Death Valley. Oh, screw that.
No.
All tornadoes and stuff.
Pass.
Yeah, I don't mess with the East Coast because of that reason.
Oh yeah, strong
Yeah.
pass. I'll do all that stuff.
Even the islands. I mean, we're Jamaica. Don't you guys have like like tsunamis, like
Yeah, I
hurricanes?
mean,
Hurricanes, so I assume.
Not as much tsunamis because like we didn't. I mean, tsunamis come from the earthquakes mostly, but like we didn't really get much tsunamis like that. But we get like monsoons. We get the hurricanes for sure. It was hurricanes mostly. So like
Yeah.
like the whole island kind of like shut down for a week or something stupid like that, and like. I mean, it's a strong ass winds, and there's like just blowing everything.
And you're an island. It's not like you can go across the other island and be like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, everyone's in a whole shithole, right? There's at least like a good 5 countries that's gotta like shut down for a week. Like, ayo, all the trading and agriculture stuff has to just like go on a little, take a little break. And we'll get back to regular schedule programming, in a couple weeks. And that's about it. So like everything has to shut down. It's like it used to suck. I mean, like a week straight. I mean, like you ain't got to go to school, which is great. You know what I mean? But like you're stuck in the house and you're playing like snakes and ladders or some shit for a week, and like that's about
Literally.
it. Yeah, like literally. I mean, I was playing like snakes and ladders, and like there's no like all the electricity and all stuff is like knocked out too. So you're just in candle lights and stuff like that. Like it's a cool little family time, I guess. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like kind of
grab the candles. We're getting close.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like you already know, like every house in Jamaica, or I don't know, islands in general, if you ask them where are the candles, there's literally like a box
under the table ready to go.
Box, and like they're just like a crap ton of candles, and it's not just all the same candles. It'd be like those ones that like you can light up. That looks like what's that French dude from Beauty and the Beast? There's a bunch of those,
Oh,
Yeah. There's a bunch of
Yeah.
those. You gotta light all those like around your house and stuff. Like,
the ones with
freaking
Mary
ridiculous.
on the front, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and don't open any doors. You know, what I mean, I was young, so like, there's times you want to explore, you want to open a window or something. No, don't do
Just
that.
to see what's going on outside.
Yeah, you do that. Like, you just getting straight water and everything in your face, dude. Like,
So did the accent fade with time, or
No, he still has it.
probably.
I think at one point, I asked you because you were speaking to your dad at one point, and you always talked about your dad, and you spoke to your dad, and I asked you what language that was, and you said it to put it simply, it's like English but like muttered,
Yeah,
like
it's
you're
like
still saying the words, but like they're kind of extended or like
it's short.
muffled.
So like, it's like broken English.
Yeah, like,
We take regular words and stuff, but we're just like just destroy the sentences basically. And that's just, and then like, and we talk really fast too. So like, you talk really fast, and on top of that, you're already shortening the sentences anyways, so it sounds even 10 times faster. Like, we'll say like a whole sentence, and it's just like within like 2 words or something stupid. Like, you'd be like, "Hey man, like, what's going on?" You talk to your friends and stuff. You'd be like, "Wagwan." That's it. You know, it's yeah, it's just one of those things like you can't really learn it. I mean, you can't like, you know, teach it in school kind of thing. It's just something you gotta like grow up with.
Yeah. All right. So if you guys didn't know, for obviously people who do watch, we all went to high school together at the Woodbridge High. We're all Warriors graduates. Ray graduated a year before us, and we didn't want him to. We wanted him to be held back.
No, I did. No, I wanted to go.
Oh, you want him to go?
I was tired
Get
of
his
that.
bitch ass out of there.
Cry.
Why?
Cry. No. Tears coming from your eyes.
You're right. You're right.
I watched you cry.
It's true. It's not lying.
Yeah, I watched you watch me watch you cry.
You saw me crying of happiness. I was like, finally, this motherfucker's gone.
I get this motherfucker out of here.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I cried when he moved. When he moved and still went to the same high school, I was like, damn.
Yeah, because that was the whole thing. Because I was supposed to move. I was supposed to go to Tuskegee University. So I was supposed to go to school in Alabama, and my family was going to move to Florida. So it was like this whole, you know, like everyone was like saying goodbye and stuff, whatever. And I found out like a week later, oh, we're actually moving like 20 minutes to the left.
Right there. You put everyone through that trauma.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was like, bustle on y'all, like, I'm actually moving like down the street.
Did I remember you said that you were moving to Canada, and then you left to Canada, but when you came back, you know, it was like, yo, when are you going to Canada? And, you know, I was just there.
Yeah.
Like 6 months, right?
Yeah.
Didn't even notice.
Yeah. I was there for a while. I came back and I'm like, hey, everybody. And they're like, oh, like, what? Didn't you just go? Like, I was gone for half a year. What are you talking about?
Nice. So you guys said nothing's off limits, right? There's nothing too touchy that you guys like don't want to get into. There's nothing.
I mean, define too touchy. Like, you don't talk about like.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about my
let me ask a question.
Okay.
So,
oh boy,
you were on the track team, Robby. Yep. You knew most everybody in the track team. Who on the track team would you guys have like if they were like, yeah, let's go like hook up in the classroom? Like,
oh, you mean like that? No off limit.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
shit.
you guys said there was no limit, so let's.
God damn. Well,
if there was,
let me just tag her really quick. I'm gonna tag her really quick.
Is there anybody?
No. Why did I say that without skipping a beat? No. Okay, I'm not gay. First of all, I don't know. That's
really quick.
I don't know. There's a lot of people that went through that track team.
Track and field.
Yeah.
I don't really know the girl. Well, I know
track
some.
Track and field or cross country, because I know.
Cross country.
You were well, not everyone, but I know, Ray, you were close with the Heisings. And at one point, you figured that you were going to date one of the Heisings. But it just never happened. And I thought, oh, Ray's got a chance. It just never happened. Was there ever like a point where you guys like talked or?
No. I mean, I know they're going to watch this at another point too. So you can.
I don't think they're going to watch this shit.
Oh.
You'll be surprised.
You never know. Things might blow up.
Yeah.
But no, I never had a thing with. I was close with both of them, especially at separate times too. Like I was really, really close with Hannah. and then I got really really close with Bethany too. Like and for like different reasons and stuff. Like I'll be like close with them for one thing, and then like close with the other for the other thing. But no, actually nothing happened. If everyone's watching this and probably wanted the same thing on the track team, nothing ever did happen.
You guys kept it as friends.
We're
Nice.
close. Yeah.
Now, if you said soccer, that's a whole different thing.
Okay, well, let's just back up really quick. So, is there an embarrassing moment, or like, is there a moment that you guys remember when someone says high school? Like, what comes to mind? Like, what is there a memory? Is there like a singular person? Robby, Ray, is there
When I got dumped by a freshman.
Yeah, what? You got dumped by a freshman?
A freshman, that's right.
Yeah.
We don't 2 months.
Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Oh shit.
Woo! Anyway.
Oh man. But
what was the reason for you guys like splitting? What happened?
I mean, obviously she was just young, she just wanted to like kind of
Okay.
talk to other people and just like whatever, stuff like that. Like, and I was fine with it. Like, she was my first girlfriend ever. Actually, I was just talking to her about it on Sunday. Yeah, she was in Vegas as well. I was in Vegas over the weekend.
She's brunette now. It was weird. It was really weird to see.
No. I mean, me and Osan are still, super close. Like, we only dated for 2 months or so, but like, we've been close ever since then. Still.
You guys still talk to Cassie?
I just saw Cassie last week.
Saw or talked?
She just texted me right now. Like, it's there. Can't really see it, whatever it is, but it literally just texted me right now.
Something about you and the French.
Yeah.
And something about French women just.
Oh my gosh. What about you, Robby? What's like one?
High school?
Yeah, I know you got a bunch. You talked to everyone. You hung out with a lot of people. Was there like big major stuff that you remember, like when it first comes to mind?
Yeah, like I was talking about it with Kevin actually. When we talk about high school and stuff, it's a bunch of memories. It's more. I mean, yeah, you had the girlfriend. You got the crazy girlfriend. No offense, just kidding. We all good, Jules. Don't worry. We have proms. We have.
I thought we were talking about Tasha.
Oh, that's Kevin's girlfriend. Yeah, no, or ex and Ray's. Anyways.
Oh, Ray. No, you dodged a huge.
No, he didn't. Oh, you don't know about that. Ray and Kevin Eskimo Bros.
No.
Sorry, Natasha, I had to call you out on it. I was there.
Wash my shit. Damn.
Yeah. You know how you want me to tell the story? You know how Kevin said, I'm leaving to Mexico? The senior year. Ray swooped in like an angel. He was like, woo! Hey, Natasha.
No. That's not when it happened.
I'm just kidding.
There was
Summer?
like a time she was dating some guy named Christian or whatever, and there was a time that like they were broken up, and it was like a revenge thing for me.
Wait.
No, you're talking about the hookup.
What?
You're talking about the sex. Not when you guys dated. You guys dated in summer, like right after Kevin had left. And then Kevin, when you dated. Not had sex. But
she asked me out and we dated for like, I don't know, 4 days or something.
Was that when Rutledge came in right after him?
No. That was
after.
That was after him.
No, Rutledge. So Rutledge was before Kevin.
Right.
Okay, because I remember that time that we were all in the jacuzzi. That one time.
I have a picture of it on my Facebook.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like in high school, it was you guys remember Tyler? You gotta have like, plugs.
Yeah, I remember Tyler.
What's the last name?
He has a baby, Rodriguez, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he's with Kara right now, and he's supposed to have a baby at some point. But it was him first, like her in freshman year or something like that, whatever. And then like they broke up, and it was just me and her talking like that entire summer, blah blah. And then Rutledge came along, and then I forgot who was after that. But like from like that point on, she was just like skipping through guys, and then
To answer your original question, Michael, I would say I miss like the memories, like how we all hanged out with each other. Like if it was break, lunch, rushing to go to In and Out, fighting for seats in Sally, Ethan's
Those
car.
50-cent cookies.
Yeah, 50-cent cookies, 25 cents. But
Yeah, I knew that would
yeah,
get Ray.
those.
those 50.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know how many times I asked Ray for a piece of his cookie, damn
Yeah.
well knowing I wasn't gonna get it.
Jesus
His
pizza.
reaction.
Jesus pizza was one of my favorite things.
Oh yeah,
Going to the church on Friday.
I bet it
Ooh,
was.
shut up, Michael.
Oh.
We'll talk about that.
This man, let me tell you.
Go ahead. I don't care.
This man did it with this girl in the stairs in the basement of that church. What a legend.
First of all,
Was it? Wait,
Church.
it was during Jesus Pizza?
yeah. And then you and Colin went in the goddamn staircase, trying to was like, what
We're
the hell is
knocking on the
happening?
door,
Yeah.
like, yo.
And I'm like, hey, I'm busy.
In the
Can you go down?
church.
No, it wasn't the church. It wasn't the chapel. It was the other
It
building.
was like in there. No, that was in
No,
the
it wasn't the
recreational
chapel.
center,
You
not
don't
the
remember?
actual church.
You know where the pool tables were and the ping pong table?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the church.
It's church property.
Well, yeah, but so is the parking lot.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, the Lord was blessed that day. He
No,
blessed
he was
me.
not. He was not with. He was not with you.
She
Yo,
gave me,
in my church,
some
really?
holy water. She gave me some holy water, and it was good. It was all good. Shout out to my ex girlfriend. Fun memories, crazy memories.
Let
Nothing
me
but
tell
love.
you. Let me tell you two stories. All right. So so there was a point when me and Kevin went to hang out. We were playing basketball. We had gotten the basketball from Walmart, right? And me and Kevin were pulling up to his garage. He had texted Tasha on the way home, hey, or he was about to text her, can you open the garage? We pull up to the garage. As he's about to text her, she opens it. Like she was just waiting. And she walks over to the car, acknowledges me, like says hi, but then goes right back to him. She says, where were you guys? We're like, we're playing basketball. And she said, well, where'd you get the basketball? Walmart. She's like, so who'd you talk to? Some girl named Jamie that worked there as a cashier. And she's like, really? And I just felt the awkward tension. So I told Kevin, just take me home and just let me know what happens. Because the ball we had gone was actually a little flat. Like it had a little rip in it. The air was leaking out. And so he told me that they went back to Walmart. She went with him. She made the manager get the cashier. And the cashier was on her lunch and threatened that cashier to not ever talk to Kevin again. Even though that was
Sounds like her
fucking job.
No, I think that's a little bit too much, but
No,
I would say like the Jules, the Jules thing, like we had our drama. Obviously, everybody knew that we had our ups and downs, and I think the same thing with Kevin and Natasha. And I think the only person that I would say that didn't is obviously Ethan and Micah because obviously what they're at. But I think with us two specific relationships, we not that there was no love, not that we didn't have our greats, because I would say the good thing about like my ex, and shout out to her, is I would say there's a lot more goods than bads. The only thing is that the bads between us was so public, like it was always in the public, and it was everybody visualized it. So to people's minds, it was more like, oh, he's crazy or she's crazy, they're toxic, blah blah blah. But I think all the things that we did was just rushed at such a fast pace. I mean,
yeah. I think that we thought obviously we're in high school, we're a lot more ignorant, and the bros was a bigger thing. It's but I think that that you guys, because everything was so public, that we saw it as crazy, but that was really just your guys' thing. We just everyone just happened to always get involved.
Yeah, and
that's our fault.
Especially like our friend groups, right? Like, I mean, we all had the same. Even when we broke up, her friends are my friends. Same with her, vice versa. It was not like we tried to split, sides and stuff. It's just that to us, it wasn't that bad, you know. Sure, in the moment it's heated and we yelled at each other, we did some things, but at the end of it, it was to us we considered it love, but we didn't know what that was. So same with Kevin. I feel like it, he had at a later stage, but at that point, our squad, or more like our family at the time, was so much even closer because it was a smaller group. It became not Juliana, Catherine, Mara,
Yeah.
etc., Amy. It became just Ethan, Micah, Ray, you, I, Colin here and there. Colin was there. Amy, John came in eventually. It was more like a smaller unit, but closer. And so, but also
Yeah.
Rush, same thing, Rush and Rush. And it has to do with immaturity too. I mean, we were all immature. I mean, like, especially like if I'm being honest, if Jules and I were to say, let's get back together, I feel like we would. I'm not saying I would or she would. I, I would say we would have a better run because our maturity levels are higher.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
how to cope with things now. Like I kind of think like when girls go like, oh, I'm crazy. I thank Jules for that because I'm like, Chuh. I'm like, my ex used to beat my ass. I don't know, like like I seem crazy, so it's not like I can't handle it. Uh, but I see like now I feel like I'm so matured because of her, and maybe she does the same. With like I hope things go well for her. But like I said, like I think now if we hypothetically if we ever were to like talk again and get back together,
Mhm.
I think we have a better run, a more understanding how to have a relationship where at 13 years old, 14 years old, doing the things that we did. I mean, in the church, uh,
Fucking Ray, dude, I called this guy up one time. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm heading home." I'm like, "You don't want to hang out?" He's like, "No, not today. I'm gonna go home." I'm like, "All right." No, he was walking her home.
I had to walk my girl home. She had to go home safe. I had to pretend I was gay one time with her.
What?
Yeah, you never knew that.
No.
Yeah, what?
I had to pretend I was gay.
Ray.
So
Wait, I didn't hear
Wait,
that.
hold up. Come
Say
back.
that one more. You want to speak up in the mic, please? Can you speak up in the microphone,
I
please?
had to pretend I was gay at one point
Oh,
in front of her mom because she's not supposed to have boyfriends. She wasn't supposed to have boyfriends.
Mm.
And I was holding her hand that same day, walking her home, and her mom pulled up, and she's like, "Why are you holding my daughter?" And I was like, "Oh, no worry, honey. Like, like your girl's so beautiful. Don't worry, I'm gay. My name's Bobby." and, and then like every time we hanged out with her family, I was gay Bobby. It was very rare that we hanged out or anything, but one time I had to do that. Yeah. Hey,
Nice. Gay
and
Bobby.
I still took her home, and I went home happy.
you do what you gotta do to,
Yep. Oh man, I would tell you some
Wait, not
stories,
me
but
though. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
you do what you got to do. But like if it was me, I'd be like, hell no, I'm raw.
Nah, that's
dog.
your
Fuck
story, B.
it. You just like 5 minutes ago. Like, all right.
Yo,
Yeah, no, her mom, she beat my ass probably.
did you guys ever get caught
Having
by
sex?
their parents or yours?
Um,
Yeah, hooking up
no, no, not in that.
or
Besides you
almost.
guys, besides you and Colin in church, I think that's the only time we were caught.
There was one of us that hid under a bed.
That was me. That's the story that I did.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. Like,
Yeah.
did you almost? Did you?
We didn't
Or
get
did you
caught. We
almost?
almost got. Oh damn! I shouldn't be telling the story. But all right. So
Yeah, I've been caught too, man. It's
You got caught? You actually caught?
like, nah, I wasn't like, like butt naked on top of their daughter, but like,
yeah, he was like butt naked behind her.
nah,
Like,
like I think, okay, honestly, if the door wasn't locked, oh man, like they would have saw the whole thing, like that. It's like this is with my current girlfriend, by the way, but like in her room,
damn, Kaylee, you a freak.
we in a room, and we're
doing your thing.
pat a cake or whatever you want to call it, but because anyway. Hey, if that does not catch on, I don't know who watches this.
Play back.
But that needs to be a thing now.
Yep.
I just made this shit up. We're calling it pat a cake. Pat a cake, baker's man. Anyways, But so we playing patty cake, and her mom comes back inside. Like they were leaving, so we're like, all right, we're going ahead and start it. She like comes back inside, and she's like, oh, like, Kaylee, like she forgot something, and she comes and like tries the door, and like immediately, I mean, like, oh my god, like
It's happening.
I went straight limp. Like I'm putting on my clothes fast as hell. She's putting on her clothes, and like, I mean, her mom obviously knows, like, we have done that or we do that, whatever. Like, she's not like she's a chill mom, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but Kelly had to eventually open the door to like go to her mom and be like, like, what is it that you want? Kind of thing. Like, we're kind of good at doing something or whatever. But like, that was like my first time ever kind of like,
experiencing that.
Yeah, experiencing that, like someone like trying the door. Like, I mean, it's a whole different feeling. Like you are in the middle of it, and then like you just hear a door handle. Oh, dude, everything shuts down. Like whatever mood you were just in is now gone. Like out the door. Like you can, like you're doing. I mean, you're just like all in it, but like as soon as you hear that, dude, like it shuts off. You're just like
you're thinking about like plan A, B, C, and D just to get out.
It's like a dog. Like when a dog like hears like a knock, it's like what? Like basically, when you hear that noise.
Yeah. Like whatever you're doing, like I mean, you're focused on like one thing or another. All of a sudden, it's just like seriousness just like came straight on your face. Like, nope, it is time to wrap this shit up and put it away. Like, nah, bro, that was scary.
I didn't get the chance to do that.
Not even that part. It's the awkwardness afterwards, because now you got to see this person at some point in time.
Yeah,
it's like I'm in their house, you know what I mean? At some point, I gotta walk outside and be like, hey. Like,
what's up?
Yeah, you already know what you just did, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, that part, it's just hella awkward. Like, people walking on you, like, I mean, thank God, like, no one's ever, like, really, like, walked in and, like, actually doing that, you know what I mean? Like, that's probably gonna happen, like, when I got kids or something like that. Kids are gonna walk in.
Oh, you can actually use the wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we playing patty cake. We playing patty cake with mom. Go away, we playing patty cake.
Can I join? No, you cannot get out.
You're hearing the sound. You can't say like, oh, we're playing checkers. Like, no, you're clapping inside. You gotta say patty cake. That's what I'm saying. It better stick. I don't know who's watching this, but that has to be hashtag patty cake.
Patty cake. This should be the thumbnail of the topic,
Oh, bro.
It will be. It'll be in the title.
See, and that's gonna be the problem though, because I know you start doing that stuff, and then there's gonna be like a bunch of people watching it, and this is gonna be a whole problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh boy.
What would you want to know, Robby? Like about me?
How you doing over there? Like, do you ever want to come back home? Do you miss what do you miss the most, like, that you don't have in Pennsylvania?
Is you guys. Legit, you guys. Like one of the last times I was going to come, I wanted to do a video for a separate YouTube just for gaming, because I figured out more how to do record more gaming with party chat or game chat. And I texted Ray like, hey, I want to come, like, even if it's for a second, film something with your car, because I'm in this video. I wanted to do all of you guys. Like, I was going to impersonate all of you guys.
Right.
And his car is a big part of his life, so I was going to do that. But it's pretty much you guys. I honestly was very hard contemplating coming back when Pat, because in 2 years from now, Pat is, when Lily graduates college, Pat is then going to propose to her, and at that point they're going to be looking for a house.
I hope Lily does Lily know?
Yeah, they already talk about it and stuff like that, and and it's great that I moved out here from getting away from a home situation, having my own room, and you guys know more than a lot of people calling too that my room was always shared with my brothers, and it was just a small environment, and I just needed to get out. I might want to come back in 2 years, and I'm really thinking of it. But the thing that I don't want to be that guy that moves back in with his parents, and I would want to, if I come back, I would want to live, I would come back, but I'm not sure if I would just go back home. And that's what I'm having trouble with. And nothing on you guys. It's not bad that you guys are, at home or doing your own thing.
No.
Well, I'm moving in about 2 months, San Diego.
That's right. You put in an application not too long ago, right?
Yeah, for CHP.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Moving with Ramsey. Shout out to Ramsey. You know.
Yeah, and like what I'm saying, like you being alone over there already, you already have that experience of like what it is to be on your own, like how much you gotta have to like, how much you gotta work, how much you gotta make really to like kind of handle all that stuff. So like I already know like if you do come back over here, like I don't think anybody's expecting for you to like go right back in your house. Like you'll definitely like find your own place or like find something maybe close by like another state or something or whatever it is. You just kind of like. Or another city and you kind of get back on your own feet again, like doing whatever job you have to do to kind of like, be on your own and like, whatever roommates you have, if you have none or whatever, like
that too. And then I
two
don't think
years is a long time. Like 2 years is enough to find someone like, then like you two like decide like, hey, like, let's move to California, like it's from originally from or something like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like start your own little life, Like, so
I also don't think people would judge you if, it's think about it. You're coming from Philadelphia, which is a lot cheaper, to live in, or if you come back to if you come back to Southern California, it's expensive. So I don't think people would judge you like, oh yeah, he's going back to his mom's. I think there'd be more understanding. You go to your mom's or your parents, whatever. That yeah, it's hard to. You're moving out, so you gotta keep in mind you're moving out. That's money to move out. You're probably gonna drive cross country again. That's money right there.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, it's same thing. You're transferring all your stuff from the apartment to a new house. That's money. And then when you move to California, let's be honest. It's $2,000 rent, 1,500, maybe the lowest 700. But it's either you're either renting a room, or you have a small studio, whatever it is. I think that's the cheapest way. But I think people will actually be more understanding that you move back with your parents to help you get back on your feet, get a job, or even if you did have a job lined up here, you also like I need to save, a down payment, the lease, your credit, blah blah blah, and then within 2 to 3 months, if I would say, in my opinion, if you come back and you stay with your parents for 6 months or a year, I think you failed yourself. You know, I think if you come back with the mentality that you have right now about it, um, if you go and you stay for 3 to 4 months and you save up and then you find a place or a roommate, or even like it's like Ray said, on your own or whatever, then you achieve what you want. But you achieved it because you actually was like, you know what? I still don't want to live with my parents, but I have to for now for me to get out of my feet and just suck it up. And you might have the house is nice, you suck it
Oh,
up.
they would love me back.
Right. So you get a lot of help. And I think from Ray and I, or from just, I don't know about Ray's situation, but from my experience, I do have an apartment. It's with my grandma. It's in UCI. I just don't go over there. But staying at home, I don't have to worry about paying $1,000 rent. I don't have to worry about sharing things. I don't have to worry about this yet. And yes, do I want my own place? Damn right. I want to be able to move out.
Yeah.
It's just, but when you go into like Ray, for Ray's situation, when you go into a Cal State and you're trying to graduate, you're graduating and you got to school and loans and you got to pay all this stuff. It's a little harder to get out, so it's
Especially in Cali, yeah.
right. And so you stay at home, and sure, people say, oh, you live with your mom still. Yeah, at least I graduated. I think props to Ray.
Yeah.
Ray can do that. But yeah, I say
You work in 2 jobs too, right?
Huh.
Yeah.
3.
Bad, man. I'm not gonna lie. Right now I'm employed with 5, but 3 of them are not like super demanding. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a phone call every couple of weeks or something like that, and I just work with them for the day because they don't really like need me that much. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like when they do need extra pair of hands, but I do have like 2 solid ones for right now. Like I have 2 serving jobs right now. But
and a relationship and college.
Yeah, I'm full time in school right now.
And your dog.
Yeah, the dog he's a huge factor. It's basically like having a kid, to be honest. Like when you raise him from a puppy to now.
Your car.
Yeah. So there's a lot of expenses. You know what I mean? Like I'm going through college with no loans. Like I'm paying it each semester out of pocket, so I don't. When I graduate, I don't have to owe anything to the school.
Yeah.
It definitely is pricey. I'm not gonna lie, but like I kind of like it that way, so I'm not paying a debt, 10 years down the road, 15 down the road, I have to like, cough up $500 a month just to pay for
Pay the
that. I'd
loan,
rather
yeah.
be paying for like my house or a car or something like that. I'd rather just like do all the hard work right now, get my degree, get my career and stuff, so I can like when I'm living my life, like my family that I start to have, they can be comfortable too, and I don't have to worry about like me paying my debt. I can worry about like I can save money for my kids' college or whatever, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's just kind of how I thought about doing it, and so far it's working for me. I got one more year of school, and this semester's already paid for, so I just got another semester to pay for, which is pretty damn good. And I just got another serving job, so now I can like another year or so, I can already start to piece things together and like eventually find a place to move out to. Finding an apartment is gonna be hard because my dog is literally the size of a human being. So it's not like the ideal thing for apartments and stuff like that. So like I might have to skip the whole apartment stage and actually go straight to like a condo or a house or whatever.
And there's the whole like security deposit for you and your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's definitely that factor, and I mean, as we all are here, we're not getting any younger. I'm 25 is another couple months for me, so I mean, a kid at some point is gonna start popping out another 5 years or something stupid. You know what I mean? So like, I'll start dealing with like a girl and the kids, and the dog, and yeah, you know what I mean? So
your own house, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, life is starting to like really,
It's coming.
Yeah, it's speeding up. So
yeah, I feel that too. Like after just this year, I'm like, damn. Even with the pandemic, I think the pandemic was obviously a big slowdown, but now that semi coming back to normal, it's like expenses there. We're not getting stimulus. We're not. I think people may still be getting non-employment.
The families are getting
yeah, if you have
additional...
like $2,000, I think it's like something like that.
Yeah, I have a few coworkers that are still milking off of that too. So
I mean, to be honest, $500 a week or is something like
yeah, depending.
Hell yeah, like it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
that pays my car right there. Like and you don't get to do shit. Like I work my ass off, and I still make like barely more than y'all. Like
that's insane. That people with jobs are making less than people getting unemployment.
Dude, I work 200 hours when the pandemic hit. I work 200 hours in the month, so it's 100 hours every 2 weeks, right?
Mm.
I say I made like 2,500, but minus tax, obviously, so 1,500. That's crazy that I'm $500 more than the people that are not even working. Like 200 hours is a lot.
Yeah, the stimulus adds to that. Like if there was no stimulus check whatsoever, then people are getting the unemployment money based on how much they really been working. So like I had the unemployment for that year as well too, and it would just be like a certain amount each week or whatever that you would get, but the stimulus would just like add on top of it. I'm like, dang, what I mean? So like I use that to like
do your things. So you gotta do
my dog, and I was like paying for different stuff, whatever. Like mostly I just use it for school because I was like, damn, like I'm not really working, or because like everything's shut down, so which is why everyone has to apply unemployment anyways.
Wait, Ray, did you get unemployment or did you get the stimulus? What are you talking about? Oh, both? Yeah, see, for you, I would have figured like if somebody came to ask you, Ray, like, yo, did you get the stimulus? Like, yeah, but it's kind of gone. Like, I don't even have it. I know what it's going to already.
Yeah, basically, I'll take it from the government and I'll hand it right back to tax. That's kind of how it's going. But, like,
I'm the handoff.
I mean, yeah, and like I was still like really grateful for it because it helped me out.
Of course.
Like, I mean, I was not able to work because restaurants were closed down and all that stuff, and like I couldn't coach because the kids are they can't go to school and stuff. So like all that stuff was shut down. So like me getting the money from the government, I'm like, all right, dude, you're literally saving my ass right now because like I'll be like I wouldn't be able to pay for the semester if I wasn't getting this stuff. So like
right,
I'm still getting this, give it right back to school. I'm like, all right, cool. Like that's one less thing I have to worry about. Not gonna worry about like paying for my other shit. But yeah, so like I mean, it definitely helped out a lot. But like there's a lot of people who are still just like just enjoying it while like like he's saying like he's working 200 hours. Like I'm forced to pick up another job and stuff, just trying to like still pay for all this stuff. Like I'm picking up another job because I want to save. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to like just make paycheck to paycheck and paying for a whole school and everything. Like yeah, I'm making a lot of money, but it's all going back to the school. But like now I want to like actually save more on top of it. So like I'm like, yeah, it's time for another job. Like I'm gonna pick up another one. I'm already working a lot as it is, but you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Like,
It's
you
the
know,
grind.
yeah, we're getting older, dude. Like, shit's getting real. It's time to. It's time to like,
24,
suck
dude.
up.
Oh, my senior year I used to get Kevin out of class all the time because he didn't want to do it with Natasha. Because Kevin was a aide for the science teacher,
Mhm.
and she was in that science class for our senior year, and I was the what's it called, office aide. I was Sorter's office aide, like assistant, and Mr. Halligan's. And Mr. Halligan like, can you go get Mr. Pinetta again? And I'm like, yeah, so I go
Yeah.
get him, and I was like, your ass is in trouble. And then he would come, and then one time, I hope Mr. Halligan doesn't see it, But one time I was in Mr. Halligan's office, and they had like the stack of yellow, slips you can get
Yeah.
out. So I took like 50 of them, and I was like, I can't be like, get me out of here. I used to like sign them, and
You
like,
took the slip.
yeah, and it's like sign it, you know. And I'm like, yeah, I need to get Kevin out. Mr. Halligan needs him. And she's like, oh, okay. And then Kevin would like ditch first period. He wouldn't care. All the time he'd be like, bro, she's pissing me the fuck off. Get me out. Ah, shit.
You know, I was a counselor aide, and they did not want me to leave.
Oh.
I tried applying for the
Okay.
office, but okay, what?
A teacher you would bang
Oh,
in high school, Mr. Bellis.
yep, she was one of them.
Yeah, Rhea. The porn star. Who was the porn star's name?
Dude, Miss Donovan.
Miss
I just
Donovan.
talked about her in the last podcast.
She was blessed.
Yeah.
She was blessed.
Miss Jennings. I think
I know you guys don't know Miss Romero. She got married and was Miss New England now or whatever.
yeah, I know
Yeah,
Miss
yeah.
Romero. Yeah.
Like,
Robbie.
I know
Miss
Oh.
Everett.
Miss Romero Miss Romero used to be John and I's 7th grade teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she used to be we had this lady. So that's how John and I met. We went to Rancho. And Felix. We had this class, and there was an old lady. I forgot her name, but she reminded me of the lady in Monsters Inc. The I'm watching you. We couldn't do
Oh,
anything.
he's watching.
John and I became friends by fighting each other. He took my lollipop and cracked it on my head, and I was so pissed. I like do his lollipop and do it back at him, and we both got in a fight. And so we went to the office, and they sent us to that class, and she was like, "You guys can't be like little kids, all right?" And so we became like best friends like that. Well, Felix was, at the time was my best friend too, and then Felix would just laugh at both of us. We got like, I was like, "What the fuck? Why you took my lollipop?" Shout out to John. But that teacher, her aide was Miss, Romero, and she had the fiance at the time. I don't like him.
before she was a
yeah,
teacher.
she was engaged, and he was a teacher there too.
Oh, okay.
She should have chose me instead, but yeah. So when she came to our school, I was like, oh, and I called her, and she's like, oh, it's Miss Nguyen now. I'm like, no, it's not. I know who you are. But yeah.
I'm not sure you didn't go to Lakeside, Ray, but Robbie, Miss Wong,
See, Miss Wong scared me.
and that's a great thing.
Miss Wong was like Amanda Nunes. She was buff. She had tattoos everywhere.
Yeah, that's scary.
She was a PE teacher.
Actually,
she was a PE teacher.
I met her.
Yeah, we had
Miss Wong.
Yeah. I think she was. Yeah, she was hot, but I just feel like she would kill us.
I remember. I think it was like all you guys wanted to go back to Lakeside to like say.
Yeah, we talked. She always wore a hat.
Yeah.
I remember I went back with you guys and I did meet her.
Yeah, that's when we went
At
to
my
go
middle
to
school,
Catherine.
it was this lady named Miss Tamanin. Oh man, she was a specimen, and she knew it. And it was like a problem because like homegirl would come to work in like the skirt every time. It's always a skirt.
You know who Ray should have dated?
Above her knees and everything. And I was like, bro.
Ray should have dated Tina. That was the name, right?
Never mind.
No, Tina Frechette. Tina Frechette.
Oh,
beautiful.
That was
beautiful girl.
Honestly,
Beautiful.
Tina, if you're watching this, I know she knows her side of the story, but she never really knew mine. Um, and like I feel so bad because like she really did want to date me, and it was not my fault. But uh, in 8th grade, I had a huge crush on Tina,
Mm-hmm.
which like she was dating like other guys. She was dating like Austin Pasqua and like those type of guys.
Jacob Soto.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jacob
yeah.
Soto.
Like
Soto, you
they
hoe.
dated for a little bit,
See,
and
that's yeah. That monster. That guy's a monster, not a
That is
hoe.
a hoe.
Shout out to Jacob. You know we're still friends, but you a hoe.
but no, yeah. So I like I definitely had a crush on her and stuff like that, and like I remember to this day. This was a long fucking time ago. This was over 10 years ago.
It hurt him.
Fucking decade
It
ago.
hurt you. You know, it's in your heart.
Yeah, dude, like that one was tough. That one was tough. That was like my first I had like a crush on her. You know what I mean? And like every time like we would text, like she used to do this thing where she would double letters on whatever like word it is. So like, oh, like if she types like, oh, like you're so cute, or whatever, like there'll be like 2 E's on cute or whatever. Like that's how I remember that's how she used to text, right?
That was before the emojis.
Exactly, yeah. So she was doing her own little cute thing, whatever. It's like we'll be
And before
texting
everyone
like
put their
that.
signature at the end of text messages.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I remember those days. Fuck.
Continue.
Yeah, so like, it was kind of to the point where like, all right, like she knew I liked her and stuff like that. But there was a time, I don't know if you guys know who Shreya is, Shreya Raghunath.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. She went to that same school, but she used to live like across the street from me in Santa Rosa. She used to live in like apartments like right next door, right? So what?
I said I remember.
Oh yeah, everybody knows Shreya.
Uh,
But like so Shreya used to like walk home, and like I would obviously be walking home the same way to go home. And like she used to tell people like, oh, like I'm stalking her. So like she was like telling all her friends that, stuff like that, and like and I was like, what the hell? Like, why would she tell people that? Like, I literally live right there. You know what I mean? Turned to find out that she was actually just jealous that like I had a crush on Tina and not her. So she was telling Tina that, and like other people, whatever, like I'm stalking her and stuff like that. And then all that group of girls just kind of like to stop like being friends with me or whatever, right? Long story short, I ended up getting in trouble for some other thing like at home or whatever. My mom took my phone. So I had my phone taken away for a month. I got my phone back, and there's Tina's messages. And Tina's like, I'm so sorry that like Sherry was like making all this stuff up for you, whatever, blah blah. Like I really do like you too. Like I think we should just like hang out sometime. All of it. I'm reading all this and I'm like, oh my god. I look at my mom. I'm like, I was so mad at my mom. I don't think I even talked to my mom for like a week, dude. Like I was pissed. The only thing is because like I had to go to school every day still, whatever. And like Tina would see me, but she didn't really talk to me because she thought I was mad at her for believing all this stuff, whatever. So
But you had
like,
no idea. How long after?
Huh?
When did she? Was it like you said? She took your phone for like a month, right? So when within that month that she messaged you?
So within no. So like that was probably like the first couple weeks, whatever. She was saying all this stuff, and then she kind of got over it because like I'm obviously not responding to her.
Yeah.
And talk verbally for me to be like, oh, my mom has my phone and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So like I never got to communicate that with her. And then like, I think after maybe 3 weeks or so, she just started like talking to another guy and she started dating him. And that whole thing was just like already gone. But I'll read the messages and I'm like, fuck, dude, like my mom really like took my phone at the wrong time. Like I would have been, because she was like a nice chick too. She wasn't like, she had moments when she was like dating a bunch of different people, whatever. Like, we're all young. I mean, we're in 8th grade. You're just gonna date just to date. Yeah. But like I feel like we had like a cool friendship before, so like it would have been one of those relationships that was like, middle school into high school type of stuff, whatever. And like, I mean, she's still a cool person, still nice, whatever. Like I mean, we follow each other on social media, like, we don't. You
haven't talked to her in years, huh?
No, we haven't really like done that type of talking. Like I used to see her in high school sometimes, and like would say hi a few times or like hug, but it was nothing to that extent anymore. Like. It was just, and I actually to this day I never got to explain it until if she does watch this.
So no,
I don't know how many freaking viewers are gonna have, but
well, the one going off of your story, the only one time that I was in sort of a similar situation. Robby knows her. You might, I think actually, Jordan Boothroyd was when I talked to her. Yeah, I talked to her that first one, like right after we got out of school sophomore year, like between sophomore and junior year that summer. I was in summer school but I don't remember what I was in trouble for. But my mom took my phone and she turned off the Wi-Fi when I was home. So because she knew that I would message on my iPod. You know what it's like, yeah. So she took away the service off my phone to where I could only call when I was at home or at school, and I couldn't because I had an iPhone at that point, and so I couldn't message, I couldn't call, only when I was on Wi-Fi, and so I only messaged her when I was on Wi-Fi, and just it turned out obviously all bad, but that was like the one time I could relate to you on that. Where I'm like, dude, mom, not
Yeah,
not
you know what I mean? It's
not,
just like
not
horrible timing. That person really was like, you know what? Yeah, I am interested in this person, and like, you cannot even communicate with them to tell them, be like, yeah, I'm still here, like, you know,
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
sucks, but you know, things happen for a reason. So
You live and you learn.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I'm obviously happily taken, despite everything that has been said in this podcast. So, I mean, the odds of me still being in a relationship after this podcast might be slim, but you know, truth is the truth. So,
And you didn't call her back. And you didn't call her back.
I answered it. I didn't let it keep ringing. I answered it, and I was like, "Hey, yo, like I'm in a podcast." Ocean literally just Snapchat me right now. I told her that like she's been mentioned in this podcast, so she's like, "What's being said?" And I was like, "Oh, that like I got dumped by a freshman." So I don't know.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh no. Shout out to Ocean. You know, I know you like to be fisted.
Oh my
God. You remember that? You remember that? I just kidding. We're just
laughing. Look.
Just kidding. I just remember we used to joke around. What was the story about her brother, right? Something like that.
I don't know.
I remember going like this.
You don't remember that?
Like, Ray.
I think
Kevin said it. Like, I think it was Kevin who like, what? You like to be fisted?
I think it was like
something about her brother.
Talking about like just French people in general or whatever, just saying like, oh, like that's what French people like to do with her, and she was like, no, like what the fuck.
All right, Michael. Next question. Would you ever eat ass?
Oh God.
Gon' gamble with it, show me I'm the man. Shake it on the floor like dice pon your hand. Let me see that ass roll, roll, roll.